If you ever were to walk into the drugstores like Boots in the UK recently, you may have noticed something really interesting. Shelves that were previously dominated by Western skincare brands are now increasingly filled with Korean skincare products. And suddenly you are seeing ingredients like rice extract, snail mucin, and centella everywhere. And I think for many people who are starting out in Korean skincare, it can feel quite overwhelming. Korean skincare has the reputation of layering, like the so-called 10-step or 12-step routine with multiple products like ampules, essences, toners, and emulsions. And all of this can feel quite a lot. Now here's the thing, Korean skincare doesn't have to feel complicated at all. In fact, some of the best Korean skincare products can be simple, affordable, and effective. Hi everyone, I'm Chris. I'm a UK trained dermatologist, and on my channel I share everything about dermatology, latest skincare trends, as well as working in the UK. In this video, we're going to explore all about Korean skincare for beginners, including why it's so popular globally, what makes Korean skincare special, as well as some of the affordable skincare products that you can find in Boots in the UK. Now, before we dive into talking about specific skincare products, let's talk about what we should be looking for when it comes to buying a new product. And it really doesn't matter what brand it is, whether it's a Korean brand or a Western brand. First, I will look at the active ingredients. So it's not really about the brand, the packaging, but what it actually contains. So for example, depending on your skin type and concerns, you might want to look for active ingredients that specifically target your skin needs. Ingredients like niacinamide can help brighten the skin and improve skin texture. Hyaluronic acid and ceramides can help hydrate the skin and repair the skin barrier function. And these are things that will make a difference when it comes to looking for the right skincare product. The second thing I will look for in a product is its affordability. Now, I believe skincare products should not only be effective, but also affordable. And this is the reason why Korean skincare has become so popular, because it's often quite affordable, ranging between £5 to around £15 in general. The third thing I will look for is its packaging. Good packaging actually helps maintain the stability of the active ingredient, like for example vitamin C, and also helps reduce contamination. And finally, the amount of product you're actually getting. Some products may look affordable at first glance, but once you've peeled off the packaging, it's only a mere 10 to 15 mils. And so if you're putting it on your skin every day, it doesn't really last and you end up buying a lot more. So why is Korean skincare everywhere? Now, K-beauty is leading global skincare because of several reasons. Korean products are often lightweight and non-greasy on the skin. They focus heavily on strengthening the skin barrier function and also hydrating the skin. And especially when it comes to Korean sunscreens, they often use modern high-tech UV filters, which not only protect the skin against the harsh UV radiation, but can also be anti-inflammatory and gentle to the skin. Some of the more popular Korean skincare ingredients are listed here. One of the more popular ingredients is centella, which is anti-inflammatory and helps protect the skin barrier function. So all in all, you can see that Korean skincare ingredients are gentle and often help hydrate the skin and repair the skin function. And so today I'm going to share some of my favorite affordable skincare products that you can find quite easily in any drugstores in the UK. Let's start with sunscreens. One of the most popular Korean sunscreens that have made it to the West market is none other than the Beauty of Joseon probiotics and rice sunscreen. This sunscreen is incredibly popular because it not only serves as a sunscreen but also as a moisturizer. It contains ingredients like rice extract, niacinamide, and probiotics, which help calm and hydrate the skin. It's also lightweight, non-greasy, and doesn't leave a white cast, which is good for people of skin of color and people with acne-prone or sensitive skin. As with Korean sunscreens, it uses modern UV filters, which help protect not only UVB and also UVA. Another one of my favorites is the Round Lab Birch Juice Sun Cream. This sunscreen again acts like a 2-in-1 moisturizer and sunscreen combination. It contains soothing ingredients like birch sap, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide, which helps brighten the skin and hydrate the skin as well. It has a lightweight texture, doesn't leave a white cast, and is very comfortable for daily use. And once again, it uses modern UV filters as well. Another sunscreen that is becoming increasingly popular is the Skin 104 Madagascar Centella Sun Serum. Now this sunscreen has a serum-like texture, is lightweight and affordable. It contains ingredients like Centella asiatica and hyaluronic acid, which is both soothing and hydrating to the skin. It leaves behind a dewy finish and is good for people with sensitive skin. Moving on to cleansers, Korean cleansers often follow a slightly different approach when compared to the Western counterparts. Instead of aggressively exfoliating and stripping the oil from the skin, Korean cleansers often have ingredients that help hydrate the skin and maintain that skin barrier function. Korean cleansers often have a slightly acidic pH, usually between 4.5 to 6. And this is close to our skin natural pH. It helps support the skin barrier. It also helps support the skin microbiome. One popular cleanser is the Round Lab Dot Dough Cleanser. This is a slightly acidic, foamy cleanser that removes excess sebum from the skin without drying the skin up. It contains gentle surfactants, soothing and hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, ceramides, and panthenol, which makes it good for people with sensitive skin. Another good cleanser I'll recommend is the Skin 104 Madagascar Cleansing Foam. The main ingredient is Centella asiatica, which is anti-inflammatory and soothing. The cleanser also creates this micro foam, which essentially removes sebum without overly cleansing the skin. There are also hydrating ingredients like glycerin and hyaluronic acid to throw in the mix as well. My third cleanser to recommend is the Beauty of Joseon Green Plum Cleanser. This gentle gel cleanser contains ingredients like mung bean extract and green plum water. The cleanser is both hydrating and gentle and is very suitable for people with sensitive skin. The next one is moisturizer, especially when it comes to brightening the skin. As you might have already know from what I've been saying for the past few minutes, Korean skincare, when it comes to brightening creams, focus on long-term brightening and gentle glow rather than aggressive exfoliation. So brightening ingredients include things like rice extract, niacinamide, vitamin C derivatives, and tranexamic acid. One interesting option is the Cellamax Pore and Dark Spot Brightening Cream. This cream includes things like 5% niacinamide, 5% tranexamic acid, and again it contains ceramides and hyaluronic acid for both hydration and skin barrier repair. Another popular cream is the Laneige Radiant C Cream. Now this moisturizer contains 8.5% vitamin C derivative alongside vitamin E and other soothing ingredients. Now it's not a high percentage of vitamin C, but if you are using it consistently long term, it can help brighten the skin and reduce any dull complexion. And so this is it. These are my recommended simple skincare products for Korean skincare for anyone who is starting out either in skincare in general or K-beauty products. You don't actually need a lot of skincare products to layer on your face because sometimes the simpler the ingredients are, the better it is and gentle for your skin. So if you want something really simple, I would recommend a good cleanser, sunscreen of course in the morning, and a good moisturizer at night. I'm curious to see what you think of these products I've recommended, and I'll be really excited if you can test them out yourself. If you have any suggestions or ideas as to what you want to make for the next upcoming video, do drop the comment down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys again in the next video, and as always, keep it simple.